I'm ready. How many questions you gonna go with?
Don't worry about it. See, you already worried about the wrong thing. See, this what happens when you put boys that ain't never been. I was finna say the N-word, and I'm trying to keep it core to ninjas. And one thing about my podcast, I'm gonna let you know this right quick. If you were watching the beginning of any of the podcasts, probably haven't, but I'm very I leave all the beginning of stuff on it. I don't edit none of that out. Raw, authentic, this is how it started.
All right.
So, at the end of the day, we blessed to be here another day. So let's get to it, man. We got this gonna be a good one.
Let's do it.
Y'all that's watching this gonna be a good one right here. This probably gonna drop in 3 months or 4 months. But this one was needed. Matter of fact, let me give you a good introduction, because I want people to really understand who you are and who you are to me. Everybody that I have on my podcast, they have good introductions. But when it comes down to my family, and then it also comes down to the people that are very close to me, I really, really stretch out long for them when it comes to the introduction, so the people can understand, you guys can understand how long these people have known me, how long these people have been around me, how long these people have seen me grow. And not just to talk about me, but also I'm seeing them grow. I'm seeing them take that next leap of faith. Also, I'm seeing them get closer to the Most High. So I got the one and only Malcolm Andrews. And yes, I gave you a government name. I don't care who try to research it, nothing like that, because if they want it, we can get it. I ain't trust and believe. But at the end of the day, Malcolm Andrews, this is my blood cousin. Formerly, you have changed your name. I would say people call you now, we call you what, Yosef? We'll tap in a little bit about that. We'll probably say that for the strong reason why we'll say that for another podcast.
Hey, facts.
Yeah, but is it Yosef before or after or what?
This is more.
Or middle name?
This is actually Joseph.
Joseph is Malcolm Joseph Andrews is your real name. But you actually Malcolm Yosef because the J was before the Y. Yes, if you don't know that, the Y was before the J. That's why my name is Jeremiah, if a lot of you don't know that. My dad just named me a Hebrew name. So what you're doing is you're changing your middle name into a Hebrew name, which is Yosef. Cool. So Malcolm Yosef Andrews. How are you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Are you ready for this? So we're gonna tap in on some childhood things.
Let's go.
You over here acting like this, the Price is Right.
I'm ready.
Y'all supposed to be quiet in the background. His wife is in the background, Simone. We got my other brother over there,
This ain't nothing.
Josh in the background too. He up next.
Yep.
So he actually getting to see this right now. And shout out to Anderson for making this happen, because this is the things that when we do pass away, I want our kids to see this.
Big facts.
I want our kids to look back at all this content and then take heed, because our family didn't have this. My dad has passed. I have nothing to show for it. Only thing I have is the memories that was also ingrained into in my head that I remember, and I'm still using them to this day. But he used to actually make YouTube videos, to be honest. My father used to make YouTube videos every Shabbat, and we do not know where they are. I be looking them up I be trying to look up his videos and cannot find them. But long story short, we got Malcolm Yosef Andrews, and he is my blood cousin, and he is also into theater. He also loves the cameras too, but he loves the cameras on the opposite side. He loves to be in front of them. He was just actually before this enacting freaking who?
Denzel.
So he is very good at that. And bro be having me laugh every time we somewhere he start doing something like that. I just be cracking up. But let's get into it, man. When did you first know you love theater?
I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all some tea on this one. Auntie Sarah.
Yeah, because you grew up with movies, bro. I remember coming to y'all every time you was watching a movie.
Yeah. Auntie Sarah. That's our auntie, by the way. For anybody, my Auntie Sarah and I, we live with my grandmother at the time and my uncle. We were all in the house, so 4 of us in like a little 2-bedroom household. And,
Let me give context here.
oh yeah,
Where was that at?
this was in,
Paramore?
correct?
Yes.
Orlando. So
What part of Orlando?
I definitely have to say close to.
No. We got to give strong context. I want these people to pull up.
Oh,
Because the reason why we doing this is I'm not doing this to boast, but I'm doing this to also show context and timelines
oh yeah.
of how you literally. So Paramore is from West Orlando. Is a part of West Orlando that is deemed the hood. To be honest, crossed yes. Yeah.
With that person. Right, yeah.
But
Definitely across town.
yes.
Across town type of vibes. I had to be at least around like 5 or 6. And my grandmother at the time, she was responsible for raising me. And just to kind of let y'all know, like, this was an incident that happened where, and I don't know if anybody else has ever been in this position, but we had a VCR. For all those that don't know what it is, please look it up. Definitely the OG set. Until you think TikTok and Instagram or something, and DVDs or something, wait till you had to do a VCR and make sure that little string come out.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, that little strip.
So we had a little VCR in the house. We would watch like Ace Ventura with Jim Carrey, Pet Detective, or we would watch like The Mask. We would watch all these movies, Hercules, Disney Channel movies, and the craziest thing happened. So, you know, we got to pay rent. Grandma was like, I got to take this VCR, I got to put it up in the pawn shop. I got to get some money. Got to lose the VCR. So here's what happened. My auntie and I, we stayed in the same room. I'm still little. We would act out the scenes of the movies that we remembered watching so many times just to entertain ourselves. So immediately at that point, I was like, yo, I love theater, man. I love movies. So, because it made me laugh. It made me feel like it was a safe place for me.
You sound like Paid in Full. I love these.
Feel
like one of them ball playing.
Hey, I love the film industry. I love it. Not what it is now, but what it was before.
Oh, that's so true.
When it was actually original and so.
Facts.
But nah, back then it was one of those times where me and my auntie, we would be in the room, we would act out the scenes and the movies that we saw, and I'll never forget it to this day. Grandma was like, hey, we good. I ain't even have to sell it. We got the VCR back and we got a little TV. Go ahead, pop your little movies in. Just stay in there, be quiet, make sure you clean up. And when she had brought the little VCR back, this man knows more about wiring. I just knew the plug. I was like, oh, okay, this goes in the outlet. I'm finna watch my movies. But the minute I got that VCR back, binging. I couldn't stop watching. And it was at that moment I realized I love this. I love the characters. I love the stories. I love the theatrics. I love the environment of like, you can express yourself and not feel like you're being critiqued or judged off of some bull off of society. It's just like, yo, just act. Just do your thing, perform, show people what you got, show your skills. So me off of memorization, mind you, I gotta be like 5 or 6. I'm remembering a full film. We're going line for line.
You was learning dialogue at a young age.
Early age, so my auntie
didn't even know.
are going line for line, me and Auntie Sarah. So she's acting out the first scene.
I remember y'all used to do that right in front of us.
And I'm like, dang.
Like literally, they used to literally like, I remember one time specifically, I forgot what movie it was, but Auntie Sarah would say one part, then you would say another part.
Yeah.
You're playing 2 different characters and you would go back to back on this, and actually completing a whole film, a whole movie at that. So from that just prompts to my next question is just like, has that created your identity of who you are today? Did that mold you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a deep, deep question because it helped. It helped shape me from what I was, what I would say, what I went through. I ain't gonna get too deep into it unless we go in there, but I would definitely say when my grandmother was raising me, long story short, I was in foster care. So I didn't really know my homes. I didn't know where I was living. I just knew like, okay, I'm at a house. I'm around people. I'm assuming this is my family. So personality-wise, I didn't know how to adjust. So films helped me understand where I was safe at. So I could watch a film, be comfortable, be calm until I could assess the situation around me.
So that was your getaway?
Pretty much. So if anybody thinks like you watch too much TV or you...
Yeah, I definitely thought that.
it was something that helped me calm and
But I never
understand.
knew that part though
Yeah.
about. I knew the foster care. I remember all of that stuff, but I never knew that the film, watching the movies, was a getaway for you.
But that's also one of the reasons why I was never, and this is no disrespect to anybody, from the streets, but this is why I never went into like gangs or
Yeah, you
went into the
you
streets.
you was from the hood, but not in the streets.
Remember, I grew up in environments where these things happen. They happen to anybody. But for me, I saw it happen. I'm seeing it. It's all around me. But instead of me choosing certain routes, I was like, I'm gonna just go watch a movie.
So that was your.
That was just my getaway.
And that's a deep way to put that, because there's a lot of us that grow up in the hood that our outlets are totally different from each other, but from the hood itself, we still learned something to like further. There was something we always attached to that brought us further, whether you was actually in the streets, whether you was not in the streets, or whether you was close to your family, but you was still in a hood. And that hood came with certain, I'm gonna be honest, certain situations that you would see right in front of you.
Yeah.
You would see shootings, you would see death, you would see poor people, you would see drugs, you would see all of these things that are right in front of you. You have to make a split decision on, do I join or do I condone? Or is that, and I know some people that it was given to them as in like, they was right there in it and they couldn't just not say no to it. So they was around it. But on the flip side, it's how you take it out and how you really deal with it and how you move up through society and how you really take it to that next level when it comes to your mentality. Because still, even being it from the hood, at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, we all got consequences, we all got choices to make.
Right.
And some of these choices are kind of chosen at a young age by our parents.
Yeah.
So also they might have been chosen by other people that we look up to also. So when it comes to you, my next question would be is now that you said that and you from the hood, you know, your movies was your outlet. And then you said like that was your, almost like it saved you. Cause you wouldn't know what to do if you was in the streets.
Nah.
Cause you really didn't have nobody to I wouldn't say there was no father figure or anybody from the streets that you could look up to even maneuver in the streets. So you chose, I'm gonna go ahead and just watch me a movie right quick.
That's exactly what happened. But I would say, in a way, yes, it did it played a part in saving me from what was around me. So it helped me understand what was necessary. So, in other words, I was very observant as a child. I would see the actions, the mannerisms, the dialogue. I treated the streets in front of me on my outline, like the reality, like it was a movie. And it helped me understand the dialogue, the mannerisms, the actions, the details of a person's attitude. Hey, nigga, where my money at? All right, bro, don't play with me. I'm thinking like, oh, snap, this is a film. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to be a part of it because this is something that I know this is not comfortable for me. So let me watch something that I know I can be a little bit more expressive. Because if I bring what I feel is, like, hey, how we all feeling today to some streets, nigga, get your little dumb behind out here, little nigga.
I'm glad you've said that, because that means that also you were looking at it in a way of back then, and it's crazy because now in society they kind of, everything people do is kind of being to the forefront, and you can be anything you kind of want to, but really back then you could not be somebody that was in theater from the hood.
He was a weird nigga at that point.
Yeah, people did not fuck with you, only to be honest with you. But on the flip side, how did you feel like about that when you was little?
Full transparency, bro, I was happy. I was elated. I was excited. Reason why is because it taught me everything I needed to know. It taught me who I needed to be around, how I needed to conduct myself, and what was necessary for me to adapt if I was to be thrown into another environment. This is all for watching film. So to anybody else that may think it's weird, mind you, I'm little. I'm learning. Remember, they say children are like sponges, so whatever you give them, they absorb it.
So wait, so you was looking at all these videos, and I know it's some hood videos y'all had in there too in them collection, because y'all had a big collection.
Yeah.
So you would look at these videos, and then you would take part in the videos, and then look out actually in reality and be like, God, that's not gonna turn out right.
Yeah.
Let me stay away from that.
In other words, in other words, looking at it's like I played so many scenarios to make sure that I was good before I made the decision.
Okay, I guess you're saying.
So I would look at the film in the house or a show, go outside, observe, and say, that don't match. Don't do it. If I see a hood video or, some back then, some women shaking their behinds on the film or some.
You already served nigga, so you can say ass.
All right, well,
You already said nigga, boy. Say, I thought not say nigga.
that was, I'm keeping it raw. So if I see some niggas serving in front, I'm like, I'm seeing this, I would look at what I see on that film compared to what I'm seeing in the real world, be like, okay, I see how that scenario play out. Niggas actually die for this type of stuff. Niggas is not playing. They are really about this life. So let me not take what I've learned from other films and try to practice out there in the real world. So let me just chill out.
I like that.
So I adapted differently.
No, I like that. I like that. So I remember we didn't go to the same high school, but you went to a Apopka high school and then you went to Oak Ridge, right?
Oak Ridge,
Yeah, you went to Oak Ridge and then Apopka. And then I went to Wekiva the whole 4 years. But in doing that, you were still staying with us while you were doing the whole Oak Ridge and Apopka thing. Well, Apopka thing.
Apopka is when I was living with y'all, but Oak Ridge was, I was 3 years in Oak Ridge, and then my graduation year is when I came to Apopka.
So was you doing the theater thing in high school?
Oak Ridge, yes, sir.
Okay.
10th grade, high school plays. When I say I've never felt more free, I've never felt more expressive. Setting up the stage was like, bro, I'm hitting the lottery. I'm just help building it. I ain't even acting on it yet. It was, I ain't gonna get too deep into this, but I will never forget, first of all, I can't sing to save my life. My wife, she can kill it. I can't sing to save my life, so I don't know how I still got this role to this very day. It was a musical play called Godspell. So I already sounded wrong, but anyway. But I literally got the part to play in it as one of the, characters to play and sing, and it's like a gospel play. 10th grade, I still don't know how I got that part. I just went on a stage, I auditioned, I was scared. I was in the bathroom for 30 minutes, shaking, trembling, nerves is vibrating. One of my boys, Steven, had came in there, bro, you good? You look like you about to pass out. I'm like, bro, how's my voice sound? Does it sound all right? He's like, you need to work on it. I got on stage and auditioned, shaking like a stripper, man. I couldn't believe it. I'm talking, I got up there singing Neos, turn the lights off in this place, and she sings just like a song. I swear I know her face. I just don't know where you are. And they was like, yeah, you got the part. Oh, okay.
Is that the first time you was a part of something?
Very first time, bro. Got the part.
In high school?
High school. Auditioning. Got the part to play in.
How did that feel, being a part of something?
It felt like I didn't see anything else. I was just at a school. Mind you, you're supposed to go to school to learn and get education, what they.
A lot of times school was our outlet too. A lot of people from the hood, school was like, we might not have did that well in school, but it was a way to get out. From either family members that were at the crib.
That part.
Yeah.
But it felt like this. It felt like home was school and school was home. So I'm only going home to just be like, all right, I'm only here for a few hours.
And then so you were so elated to be a part of something and so
Ready
ecstatic.
to go back to school because it felt like my home.
That's why you got so. No, I never knew these things. So that tells me even deeper about why you love the camera, why you like just the camera and just in general about theater and how you act, and you really good at. I ain't gonna lie. Every time you impersonate somebody, even if it's somebody around me that I know, you really good at that. So. That tells me a lot right there. And then I know we have talked about coming out with a film eventually and, doing that. And, we've also started writing and really writing a script down and dialogues, and may the Most High bless it. We actually get, I know we're going to get either grant or funding to be able to come out with it and have a cast and call and all that type of stuff. Now that you have went through this journey, I would say went through this journey of learning all of this, and now you see me on set, and you've seen my journey from the camera, all of this type of stuff. What made you, I would say, not even based off of me, but what made you take it more serious? Because this is the thing, I'm gonna be honest, this is the theater thing is like, that's what you really love to do. That's what is truly like a passion in your heart, because all the way down from trauma and seeing trauma in your, the environment that you was in, you did something to watch certain movies and everything like that. What made you take theater more serious, and why do you want to even keep taking it serious?
The reason why I took theater serious is because, like I said in the beginning, when I was a kid, I was very observant. And it made me feel more comfortable being around people. It's almost kind of weird to say this, but hopefully people understand when I say it like this. It helped me understand who I needed to be around and what was safer for me to like adapt to. So it made me take it more serious because it was like, and to anybody that doesn't know this, he knows it. Everybody, my boy, my wife, they know this. I used to be on medicine. It would look like seizures, but it wasn't. It was like almost like.
No, y'all don't understand. Let me break this down.
Yeah, go ahead.
This junk used to look like straight up seizures.
Yeah.
I used to take this man to the hospital. Just to give y'all some context, there was multiple times where I didn't have to rush to get him from work, or just people didn't call me because he put me down as emergency. And I remember one specific time that'll be in my head until I die. It is the one where you was at the call center played by
Westgate Call Center.
And I'm over here. Where was I at? I don't even know where I was at that time.
I think you were at home, but you was getting ready
I was
to
just
go
got off of work.
Yeah.
I had just got off of work and got home. Oh yeah, just got off of work, got home. And I get this weird number calling me. Yeah, Malcolm, he's having like some type of seizure going on. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
Because I know what it is. It's not a seizure. I know what it's going down. I done seen it multiple times already. So, but long story short, I just shoot over there going 90 on the highway. Blessed to the Most High that I don't get pulled over, but I'm literally hightailing 100, 110 floating, because the reason I was going that fast is I know he's gonna be alive. But the thing is, if the point of them seeing that it's happening to him, they would already assessed him for having a seizure, and that's not what it is. And so when they assessed him having a seizure, then that means the ambulance is gonna think that. Then after that, the hospital's gonna think that. And so I had seen that happen 2 times where I had picked him up based off of that. I'm like, bro, that whole situation, if that happens again before I get to the ambulance get there, because then that goes on his bills. Then after that, there's a whole debacle and situation and everything like that I did not want to go through. So I just hit it 110 over there, got there quick before the ambulance, and then told them to back the hell up, I'm in their office yelling at them and shit. I'm like, yo, get away, hold on, stop. And I literally telling him that for a reason, like, this is not a seizure. He's having literally an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
And it was but he had strong anxiety attacks that looked like seizures. So his body would compulse, very strong. And then after that, it would, like, his heart rate would rise. Once it would rise, he would shake to the point where it looks like he's finna die, to be really honest, but it's not. And then after that, his body like resets. Once it resets, you'll hear him gasp for air. Then after that, the nigga eyes open up and he like, oh, where am I? And so I would always pick on him on that shit too. I would literally, I remember sometimes when this would happen, I'd be like, all right, nigga, you back. We done resuscitated. We in Afghanistan right now. Get up.
Actually, let me say this right now. I'm glad this is raw and uncut. I never forget, I woke up, I'm looped, all right? I'm still trying to like gather all the senses in the right place. This man like, yo, nigga, this happened again, nigga, we fighting after this.
Yeah.
Straight up, bro. Straight up. You gotta find something that's gonna fix
When
it.
it first happened, I'm not gonna lie to y'all though, it was so bad that it made me, I ain't gonna lie, this one made me cry though, bro. I was driving the PT Cruiser.
Yep.
And it randomly happened in the car. Like he was sitting there, we was headed somewhere, but I had something in the front seat using the back of the car and I was going somewhere.
By the way, the gentleman that's behind this camera, my brother, yeah, he seen it happen too.
Yep.
Yeah, this man,
Bro, the crazy part is with this part, bro.
Yeah.
It was in the back of the car. It starts happening. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do?
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm like, damn. I'm thinking like my blood is finna die in front of me right now, and this is the way he going out?
Right.
And I'm driving as this is happening.
Yeah.
So I go into first responders mode. I go into thinking about where's the nearest hospital. So I start hightailing it to Florida Hospital, thinking like, damn, we're gonna have to get this man on the stretcher because I think he finna die. And so right after, when we get close to Florida Hospital, I pull up in the emergency area, and I'm pulling up quick too, finna yell out like the movies. Bro, right when I pull up, this man comes back,
Yeah.
and he looks around, and I'm like, dang, he's not dead. So I'm like, nigga, you good? And I slowly get out of the emergency, and I pull up in the parking lot, and I ask him, like, you good, nigga? What's up? Like, what is this? And so then he tells me after you come back to life and everything, he get all the senses back. He tells me what it is. But then I got to a point where I started really doing research on this stuff.
That's how I felt my first time when we was in the car.
Yeah, see?
Man,
Yeah, bro. Like, he was scary. It was like that.
I didn't get details.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm forever in my life. But you know what's crazy, to let y'all know this, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I've started researching it, and it comes from past trauma. Goes back to the hood, though, to be really honest with you. They say it's a chemical imbalance that happens in the body based off of stress, and then also based off of situational awareness, or just also based off of what you're going in your environment, just, something that might be happening. And so what would happen is that he would be too stressing about something, too in his brain, and literally what would happen is that his body would, I'm gonna be honest, and this is so crazy, this is so imperative what I'm finna say. And I hope whoever's young hearing this, and you might be in the hood, if you're not, I don't care if you're in the suburbs, but listen closely to this. You would be stressing so much about your environment. Then after that, what would happen is your body would cut into a mode of trying to save itself.
Yeah.
Like literally in a split second, post. And I always knew what an anxiety attack was, but I always see people like fall out.
Not on the level of me.
His is totally different.
Yeah, nah.
Like he'll start clenching, and then it will get faster and rapidly faster to the point where it goes up and then it just drops. And then his whole body drops. And when you see it in person, it's scary, bro. It's really, like you said, it'll fuck with you. It'll fuck.
So to answer that question that he asked earlier, in case anybody forgot, why did I take theater seriously?
Good context, Cruz. I like how you pulled that back.
yeah.
Throughout the years, forget where I am right now. Throughout the years, I suppressed that. I suppressed that keen sense that I grew up with. It's like you have something that's good and it works and that's good and it actually like functions for you, and then you turn it off. Mind you, this is your way.
Tell them how though. You got to put context in there. You in the hospital, you got approved for what?
So I got approved for
diet. How they say it? They diagnose you.
Yeah. They diagnosed me with basically like anxiety, or like what they looked at as seizures, but really it was, like you said, it's anxiety. It was literally just me suppressing all these emotions, all these things that were happening. So I was, I'm not gonna go into like the work history, but I had like jobs, like worked at SeaWorld, I worked at Harbor Freight, I worked at many jobs, but I wasn't doing what I love to do. I didn't do it. I wasn't doing this. I wasn't sitting here in front of a camera, or at least being behind the camera. I wasn't acting. I wasn't doing anything that was comfortable for me to act out, to, express how I felt. I suppressed it. And then I had already added on top of what was going on, my own trauma, but then the trauma and stress from others. So I would sit there and basically pile on to my shoulders more and more.
And sometimes he would come, because I used to pick him up from work sometimes. Mm-hmm. And we used to stay at my ex house, like Harbor Freight for a good example. Harbor Freight was one of those years though, you used to switch though. Yeah. You'll be having some months where you don't take the medicine, some months you do. And I think it's because you would walk to Harbor Freight. Like he would clear his head and walk to Harbor Freight, and he wouldn't have to worry about that, but sometimes he didn't. Yeah. And I would drop him off. So the anxiety would kick in based off of all the troubles of Harbor Freight in the job, and then also the troubles of the trauma that he went through, and just in general as being a man and everything you got to deal with that. And just stuff come by, and then he would think about this. And sometimes he hopped in the car and I'm talking about, bro just look. Bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Why are you looking like we can't go, bro?
Defeated wasn't a word.
Bro.
It would just look like, bro, I was destroyed.
Yes, bro. Like, I used to get in the car, tell this man, like, yo, you got to change your mentality, bro. I can't even be around you, man.
Would say it.
I'm talking about, we would have strong yelling conversations about, like, nigga, change your face, bro. I'm not finna step out of this car if your face look like that, bro. Like, I'm just playing. Like, no. Because then that energy exudes on me, and then I don't do what I need to do. And so, but this goes way deep into childhood traumas, because at the end of the day, that leads me to a good next question is why did you stop taking the medicine?
Glad you asked.
Because now you ain't had an episode or no type of anxiety attack since for like...
It's going almost like 3-4 years now. But it feels like it. It feels like my wife laughing. It feels like it's been 3-4 years, but I haven't had an episode in a minute. Like, actually, no, it has been longer than that. This is before I even met my wife.
Yeah, I was gonna say, before, I'm gonna tell you this, before no, for sure.
This is actually before, because this was actually Lost at Eden. Bruh, it's been a little...
So that's been before I was that's been about 3, yes, I was 4 years.
I was working at Chianti, the restaurant, bro. I was not, I wasn't on the medicine. The reason why is I got back to what I loved. Even though I still had to work, a little 9 to 5, I still had to do what I needed to do to survive, but I slowly started gradually coming back to what I loved. But also, I had to start actually doing something that a lot of people don't want to do. Even if you don't go to therapy, you still need to figure out a way to face your trauma. Face it. Like, don't put it off. Do not see it. And look at me when I say this. Do not put that off. Don't let it fester. Don't let it grow, because it will be a cancer to you. You heard what they just said. That's something they ain't never seen. And that's just an anxiety attack. So don't let anything like that fester to the point where it gets so cancerous that you start exploding. But I haven't had an episode in a minute. It's been some years. And this was me even going into the timeline of me meeting my wife. Nothing. Not even a little bit of a jump. Nothing.
Yeah, because I used to know when it used to happen too. He'd have one jump, and I'm like, all right, it's happening.
And the first thing I'll try to do is try to hold my body still.
Literally hold his body still so he can do it. And the crazy part is to do with, he'll think that it's gonna help.
Nah.
When his whole body is compulsing, not just his arms.
I'll try to put my hands under my legs to kind of suppress it, so I'm like, or at least try to cross my legs so I wouldn't move, and I'll still boom. And it's like explosives going off. And I'm literally like, yeah, I can't hold it. For something about to happen. But I would definitely say, get therapy, talk to somebody, talk to family.
And he started walking a lot now, clearing your head. He definitely walk a lot.
Find something that's an outlet and get back to something that helps you clear that out and clear that trauma, because it ain't gonna help you. But I had to really let go, and he can tell you this, I had to let go of a lot of stuff that was happening with our family.
Deep stuff.
That was a part of that, because one thing I'm gonna definitely tell you and anybody, family, blood don't just make you family. It's really who's around you that actually is like gonna look after your best interests. That's what makes it family. I just was blessed enough to have both a brother, friend, and actual blood that actually told me, like, bro, nah, bro, we gotta find a different way, because nigga, we're gonna have to fight if you keep going through this. If you're not trying to choose a different outlet. I get it, stuff happens, but you gotta try to choose something different that's gonna help you. Because taking the medicine, and that's where I wanted to get to. Like, my family, I love it. I love my grandmother, I love my mother, but telling me to keep taking the poison isn't gonna help me heal. So it had to take me...
That's what America wants you to do.
Being around somebody that was like, nigga, nah, this ain't it.
They want you to plunge into their medical field, into the health industry, so they can keep making dollars.
I hate to say it.
You got everything on this planet to heal.
Yeah.
Do not think that you need chemicals that are technically still from this planet. Just make good concoctions that don't go together truly for the body, and your body doesn't like it. It might suppress it.
That's all it does.
For a minute.
It suppresses.
But you're not truly healing. Truly healing is going to take you, I'm talking stepping away from some stuff and sacrificing some stuff and getting deep to that root cause. And then really evolving the situation and really evolving yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually.
But then that right there, that's a podcast by itself when you really look at healing versus suppression. But calling suppression healing when it's not.
They literally, they say that so much to us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, take this, you'll heal. No, you're not.
No, it's not.
No, you're not. You're not going to heal.
Suppression doesn't heal it. It just temporarily closes the door until it's time to open it again. But yeah, I had to get back to what I loved. And now we can come back to the current me. Right now, sitting here, not even a jump, not even a bubble pops up where I'm stressed because I've just learned to this ain't even gonna conquer me. I can't control it, so I'm not gonna let it control me. Get away from it, change your environment, give it to the Most High. It's done. It's out of my hands. But yeah, that's why I had to look at it.
No, I love that. I love that. We got about 10 more minutes left.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna ask probably 1 or 2 questions. End it off. Now, where you are in life, you got your wife Simone. You got, you are a man now. You're older, wiser. My biggest question is to ask you, what would you have told the younger you? If you could get to what you're doing now quicker, what would you have told the younger you, the younger Malcolm, to get through what has happened already?
3 things I would have told the younger me. And I tell my wife this before, probably more than I remember. 3 things. Get in Torah. Get back to Torah. Get back to the Most High. Stop letting people navigate you how to do it. You need to have that relationship with Him. That's the point of a relationship, isn't to let somebody tell you how to dictate the relationship. You need to have the relationship between you and your Elohim. I would definitely tell my younger self, get back in Torah. Listen, pay attention. Don't ignore the signs, because this can help avoid so much of punishment that's coming ahead. Second thing for sure, be serious about your financials. Be very serious about it. And don't let family.
Who else is gonna say you better
Don't let family
dictate?
tell you how to spend it and you work for them. No. You go out there, you working 12, 14 hours, suppressing your body, your trauma, just to pay them. To have a place to stay, but really, they can kick you out anytime they want. Nah, man, don't do that. Get serious about your financials. And if you gotta branch out and find somebody that's gonna help you take it serious, do that. Third and final thing, I need you to pay attention to my younger self if this video ever reaches to the past. Third and final thing I would definitely tell you is, family ain't always family. It's who's gonna be willing to go through that fire with you. That's what makes them family. It's the ones that grill you every single time.
Oh yeah, I ain't play.
Even when they get on your nerves, telling you, bro, just be patient, man. Bump being patient. Listen, be patient, nigga. They telling you that for a reason. Listen, take the advice. Have somebody that's gonna really get on your case about it. If I would have known that I would have met my wife now, if I would have known back then that this is the role I was gonna take, and I would have taken it serious, I would have been better prepared. I'm saying this as the truth. I would have been better prepared. But I'm counting it all joy, and I'm grateful for my journey now because it helped me understand who I am. But I would definitely give you those 3 things. And to anybody that needs to hear this, take it seriously. Don't overlook it, because I get it. It's boring. It's the world. But you got to look at it like this. This is your chance now. That's the playground. You got to know how to play it. So don't let it pass you by. But overall, those are the 3 things I would definitely tell my younger self on the rip. And not to add anything, don't let nobody tell you what you need to put in your temple. No.
Don't let America tell you what.
No, hell nah. Research everything, nigga.
Yes.
Research everything, nigga.
No, that's facts. Because everything in America is truly fake. It's
Plastic.
a whole bunch of lies.
So-
I'm not scared to say that.
It's all plastic. Look it up.
Shoot,
But yeah.
don't get me canceled. I'll be ready to get canceled. I'm ready to die about the Most High. And if that mean revealing everything, then we must reveal everything. That's why I'm having these podcasts. So I would say the younger kids, my kids, Because one thing about these videos,
Oh yeah.
they ain't never finna go nowhere. Nope. They just gonna be part of the legacy. I thank y'all for watching. This is the what? This is the exclusive. The exclusive always has who on it? Exclusive people. And what I mean by that is people that I have ran across, people I have done business with, people that are family, and also people that are just people.
Big facts.
So I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe. Plus that red button is subscribe. And if you don't, it's up to you. I don't know. It's up to you at the end of the day.
Shout out to our brand, by the way.
Yes, please shout out to Doc, H&R. Matter of fact, link will be in the bio. I'm gonna make sure I put that in there if I don't forget. Or just actually look up H&R. But also, shout out to you for doing this for me. I needed this to happen because I want our kids to see this. And
Shout out to wifey. I see you in the back.
shout out to Simone. Got Josh in the background. Shout out to the camera too. You've been holding it up.
Shout out. Literally.
Yo, everything got a purpose, and you've been purposely doing your purpose for a long, long time, Cam. But I love y'all, and I thank you everybody for watching. And comment below if you got any traumas or anything that you're going through. I want you to comment below, and then also I'm gonna reply back to your comment. And then I also might make a short video to it also too, how you can, start getting rid of your traumas or healing from your traumas. And I'll probably tell you where to go. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the other side. Boom, done.